He was cut from his high school basketball team. Let that sink in. The greatest basketball player of all time was once deemed not good enough. Imagine if Michael Jordan had given up that day. We'd live in a completely different world. No 6 NBA championships, no game-winning shots, no Air Jordans. But what turned this rejection into the fuel for unmatched greatness? Today, we're diving into how Michael Jordan transformed his failures into the foundation of his legendary success. What if I told you failure isn't your enemy? What if failure is actually the secret ingredient to greatness? By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how Michael Jordan used rejection and disappointment to become a global icon. Stay with me. When sophomore Michael Jordan walked into Laney High School in Wilmington, North Carolina, and saw the varsity basketball roster in 1978, his name wasn't on it. He was devastated. At 5'10", coaches decided he wasn't tall enough. He went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. "It was good because it made me know what disappointment felt like," Jordan would later say. "And I knew that I didn't want that feeling ever again." What happened next defines the Jordan mentality. Instead of quitting, he channeled that pain into purpose. He joined the junior varsity team and committed to proving everyone wrong. He would wake up before dawn to practice before school. After JV practice ended, he'd stay and practice more. By his senior year, Jordan had grown to 6'3", dominated varsity basketball, became a McDonald's All-American, and earned a scholarship to North Carolina. The rejection that could have ended his basketball journey became the catalyst for his legendary work ethic. But this pattern of using failure as fuel wasn't a one-time event for Jordan. It became his life philosophy. At North Carolina, Jordan hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA championship game as a freshman. But Coach Dean Smith's strict system often limited Jordan's playing style. Instead of rebelling, Jordan learned discipline and teamwork, skills that would prove invaluable in his professional career. When Jordan entered the NBA in 1984, he wasn't even the first pick. He went third after Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. Another slight, another reason to prove people wrong. As a rookie, Jordan averaged an impressive 28.2 points per game, but his Chicago Bulls team remained mediocre. For his first 6 seasons, Jordan couldn't get past the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. The Pistons employed the infamous Jordan rules, a brutal defensive strategy designed specifically to stop him through physical play and double teams. Year after year, the Pistons eliminated Jordan's Bulls. The media questioned if Jordan could ever win a championship. Could he elevate his team like Magic Johnson or Larry Bird? Was he just a scoring machine who couldn't lead? Instead of making excuses, Jordan went back to the lab. He added 15 pounds of muscle to withstand the physical beating. He refined his jump shot to counter the double teams. He studied film obsessively to improve his decision-making. Most importantly, he learned that his individual greatness wasn't enough. He needed to trust his teammates. "I play to win, whether during practice or a real game," Jordan said. "And I will not let anything get in the way of me and my competitive enthusiasm to win." This transformation didn't happen overnight. It required thousands of hours of deliberate practice, countless disappointments, and an unwavering belief that failure was just feedback. In 1991, Jordan and the Bulls finally broke through, sweeping the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals before defeating Magic Johnson's Lakers for Jordan's first NBA championship. Jordan wept while clutching the trophy, years of failure and criticism washing away in that moment of triumph. But Jordan's greatest test was yet to come. In October 1993, after winning 3 straight NBA championships, Jordan shocked the world by retiring from basketball. His father, James Jordan, had been murdered months earlier, and Michael had lost his desire to play. He decided to pursue baseball, his father's favorite sport. At 31 years old, Jordan joined the Birmingham Barons, a minor league affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. The greatest basketball player on the planet was now struggling to hit a curveball, batting just .22 in his lone season. The media ridiculed his baseball experiment. ESPN's Jim Rome called it a humiliating baseball career. Sports Illustrated ran a cover with the headline, "Bag It, Michael." Most people would have quit in the face of such public failure. Not Jordan. He approached baseball with the same work ethic he brought to basketball, arriving hours before practice and staying late into the evening. "I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed," Jordan famously said. Though his baseball career didn't reach the heights of his basketball success, the experience reignited his competitive fire. In March 1995, Jordan announced his return to basketball with a simple fax. "I'm back." Jordan's return wasn't immediately triumphant. The Bulls lost in the 1995 playoffs to the Orlando Magic. Critics suggested Jordan had lost his edge. Some said he should have stayed retired rather than tarnish his legacy. Once again, Jordan used failure to fuel his comeback. He spent the entire summer training with maniacal intensity and filming Space Jam. When he returned for the 1995 and 96 season, he was a more complete player. Wiser, more efficient, and more committed to excellence than ever before. That season, Jordan led the Bulls to a then-record 72 wins and another NBA championship. It was the beginning of his second three-peat, cementing his legacy as the greatest of all time. What separated Jordan wasn't just his athletic gifts, it was his relationship with failure. Where others saw disappointment, Jordan saw opportunity. Where others made excuses, Jordan made adjustments. "Obstacles don't have to stop you," Jordan said. "If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it." This mindset extended beyond basketball. When Jordan launched his Nike Air Jordan brand, it revolutionized athletic footwear marketing. But few remember that the NBA initially banned the original Air Jordans for violating uniform regulations. Jordan wore them anyway, absorbing the $5,000 fine per game, while Nike happily paid it for the publicity. Today, Air Jordan is a multi-billion-dollar brand. That initial failure, having his shoes banned, created controversy that fueled consumer demand. Even in retirement, Jordan's relationship with failure continued. As majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, formerly Bobcats, Jordan's team struggled for years. His draft picks were questioned. His management decisions criticized. The greatest player wasn't automatically the greatest executive. Yet, Jordan remained patient, applying the same principles that guided his playing career. He studied successful organizations, made adjustments, and continued believing in his vision. Jordan's failures humanize him. Without them, his story would be about natural talent triumphing inevitably. But the truth is much more inspiring. Jordan's greatness was forged through disappointment, shaped by rejection, and polished by perseverance. So what can we learn from Michael Jordan's relationship with failure? First, reframe failure as feedback. When Jordan was cut from varsity, he didn't conclude he wasn't good enough. He concluded he wasn't good enough yet. That distinction changes everything. Failure isn't a judgment of your worth, it's information about what needs improvement. Second, use disappointment as motivation. Jordan famously held grudges against everyone who doubted him. He manufactured slights when real ones weren't available. Before Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals, Jordan battled severe flu symptoms. He learned that Utah Jazz player Karl Malone had won MVP over him that season. Jordan used that as fuel, scoring 38 points in what became known as the flu game, one of the most legendary performances in NBA history. Third, be willing to adapt. Jordan entered the NBA as a high-flying dunker. When age and injuries diminished his explosiveness, he developed an unstoppable fadeaway jumper. When teams designed defenses specifically to stop him, he improved his passing and trusted teammates. Greatness requires evolution. Fourth, prepare relentlessly. Jordan's practice intensity was legendary. His trainer Tim Grover said, "Most people practice until they get it right. Michael practiced until he couldn't get it wrong." Jordan understood that preparation creates confidence, and confidence creates performance. Fifth, take complete ownership. Jordan never blamed referees, teammates or circumstances for his failures. After losing to the Orlando Magic in the 1995 playoffs, he simply said, "I must get back to the level where I can consistently help my team." No excuses, no deflection, just responsibility and resolve. The sixth lesson might be the most important. Perseverance trumps talent. Yes, Jordan had exceptional athletic gifts, but his defining quality wasn't his vertical leap. It was his vertical resolve. His ability to stand back up was even more remarkable than his ability to fly. Consider this. Michael Jordan missed more than 9,000 shots in his career. He lost almost 300 games. 26 times, he was trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. By conventional standards, these are massive failures. Yet, Jordan is synonymous with success. "I can accept failure," Jordan said. "Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying." This is the paradox at the heart of Jordan's legacy. His greatness isn't defined by avoiding failure, but by embracing it as an essential part of the journey. Today, when you face rejection, when your efforts fall short, when your confidence wavers, remember Michael Jordan crying in his room after being cut from varsity. Remember that moment was just the beginning of his story. Your failures don't define your destination, they merely mark your progress along the way. In a world obsessed with overnight success, Jordan reminds us that greatness is forged through struggle. In an era of instant gratification, his journey teaches us that meaningful achievement requires resilience through disappointment. The next time you face failure, ask yourself, what would Michael Jordan do? The answer is simple. He'd get back in the gym. He'd work harder. He'd turn that failure into fuel. And ultimately, that's what made him not just a basketball legend, but a blueprint for greatness in any field. Like Jordan said, some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Be the person who makes it happen. Use your failures as stepping stones. Transform your disappointments into determination. Your greatest setback today might be setting you up for your greatest comeback tomorrow. If this video helped shift your perspective on failure, make sure to hit that subscribe button for the StoVibe channel. We're dedicated to bringing you content that transforms how you approach life's challenges. Turn your failures into fuel, just like Jordan did. Remember, in the game of life, it's not how you start, it's how you respond to the inevitable setbacks along the way. Thank you for watching. Now go make failure your friend, and greatness will follow.